In our last update, which was on Tuesday, well, this time we don't have too much to note because we just expected lower prices as we had seen a lot of weakness on Bitcoin. So I want to see a break of the range lows, but also a break of $100,000. And if we go over to the charts, we did indeed take out the range lows and also took out $100,000 and bottomed at 98.8. Now, with that said, if you're new here, no, we did not flip bearish after having seen the drop, because a quick recap, on Sunday during our live stream, I had one scenario, which was this one. I want to see a drop this week to take out range lows and also take out, once again, $100,000, as you can see outlined on this chart. Now, unfortunately for the short, even though we did expect a Monday dump, I wanted to see a bounce into that resistance to then open my short position before seeing that very big reversal to the downside. Unfortunately, this didn't happen, and after the Monday dump, we just continued straight down. Now, we didn't open any long position, so didn't take any loss. But with that said, if we move on in time, yesterday what I wanted to see was a relief rally, and basically if we broke the local lows, I wanted to open a long position to target a move up towards $104,200. If I opened the chart, that was my plan. Take out the local lows, reverse to that resistance to potentially offer a short position. Now, unfortunately, even though this did play out almost exactly as predicted, we did get the relief rally into resistance. We didn't take out the local lows first, so I was not able to open a long position. And then for the short, as always, I was just waiting for the imbalance, which didn't appear as you can see on my chart. So I didn't open a short position. But even with that, if we go over to the chart, even though we didn't have an imbalance, this still offered, until now at least, a drop of almost 2%, which is of course a very nice day trade. But with that said, what can we expect next? Is it time to see a much bigger reversal and higher prices, or is that just a medium time frame low which will be broken soon enough? Well, in my opinion, unlike a lot of people on Twitter that I'm seeing, the lows are not in. And that's for a lot of reasons, but one of the main ones is that I just don't believe that we got such a big drop just to break $100,000, which is a very big psychological level, but just to break $100,000 once and very quickly to offer a massive low for a very big reversal to the upside. In my opinion, that doesn't make a lot of sense, and that's why overall I still think we move lower. Now, with that said, as usual, we need to outline support and resistance levels. On the lower time frames, even though we have rejected my resistance, if I show you once again, so even though we are seeing a rejection, I would still like to see higher prices today. To the upside, if we go on the daily, we have this daily imbalance, which I would like to see filled. On the 12 hour, we don't have an imbalance on Bybit, but if we go over to Binance, we do have an imbalance, as you can see right there. And on the 4 hour, finally, we do have an order block as well. So I will take this area, which goes from $106,500 to $107,000. And once again, even though we have seen a rejection of my resistance, I would still like to see another small move up. Now, on the lower time frames, ideally, I would love to get a break of $102,000, maintain these lows, and then reverse to the upside. If we're able to get this, we get imbalances on the drop and nice reaction. I will open a long position to target this resistance above. And of course, if we do reach it and we get a nice reaction, then I will be interested in opening a short position for a much bigger reversal to the downside and a break of these lows. But with that said, I do have to admit that if we do indeed come up, but break that resistance, then this will be a massive sign of strength. And at this point, we could expect much higher prices, potentially a break back above these highs. But for myself, once again, I would be very surprised if these lows do hold. So whatever happens, honestly, for now, I am expecting a rejection of that level and a reversal to the downside. Now below us, we do also have a very important area to hold. The first level has not changed, that will be $97,000, but the second level will be this imbalance and order block. I will not mark out this area because it's just too far away at this point, but pretty much around $94,000. And if Bitcoin does come back down to test these levels, we have two scenarios. Either we get my lower time frame plan, so move into resistance, drop into them. Here, once again, we have two scenarios. The first one is that, of course, we get a very nice bounce, in which case we can look for higher prices, or we just get a small bounce, and then if we break the local lows, then at this point, the only next logical level, that's again, at least in my view, will be $85,000. That's why this area is so important, because if you break it, this offers us another job of $10,000 at least, because of course $85,000 doesn't have to hold. But that's too far ahead in time, so I'm not too interested in this. So a quick recap on what I'm expecting next on the lower time frames. Today, even though we have seen a rejection of my resistance, I would still like to see higher prices. Ideally, we take out $102,000 first, open a long position, see that reversal higher into that resistance, which I am expecting to offer a very nice rejection to the downside. If we do indeed move up, but break that resistance, that would be a massive sign of strength and we can expect much higher prices. But once again, I am not expecting these lows to hold, so I would love to see a rejection at that level. To the downside, I have two very important levels. The first one will be $97,000 and the second one will be around $94,000. If we do indeed come down and test these levels, they will be extremely important for the reasons mentioned just a couple of minutes ago. So with that said, as usual, if you guys enjoyed this update, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.